Yeah, I got new money, I spend it to waste time. Yeah, young, it's my time. Whoa. I got new money, I spend it to waste time. You truly are a dummy to think you could take mine. The ops getting tired, coach, tell them take 5. I don't care, people saying through the grapevine. Instagram fame, all these steady fly. Think she rolling with the guys, but she not, she left behind. I got this money on my mind and they can't stop. You say you loyal, but you acting like a cop. Don't ask me about chances, cause you know that I'ma take it. In it for the love and you in this to be famous. Now I know my sign, guess they say I'm armed and dangerous. Put my soul inside these songs, these don't know what pain is. Gave you a second chance, you turn around just to break it. I didn't wanna a little shorty, but she got naked. I didn't wanna cut you off, you wrote a statement. I thought you was my boy and was down for what we was chasing. Dreams full of nightmares, feeling like Jason. Feel like I'm going crazy, I ain't going to a placement. Wake up, look at my baby, see him growing, it's amazing. I ain't never changing, promise that I'm far from basic. I got real money, I promise it took time. Get 100,000 and throw it up in the sky. Look at my mama eyes, she proud, I made her cry. Yeah, and little that's why I got new money, I spend it to waste time. You truly are a dummy to think you could take mine. The ops getting tired, coach, tell them take 5. I don't care, people saying through the grapevine. Instagram fame, all these steady fly. Think she rolling with the guys, but she not, she left behind. I got this money on my mind and they can't stop. You say you loyal, but you acting like a cop. I don't want problems, I just want my space. Tell my brother God got you, you gon' beat that case. Too many throwaways, left them ducking the strays. If they ever disrespect them, they gon' catch this fate. I was
So the first thing you want to be doing when building the space is to build a lowered triangle foundation and then a raised triangle foundation right next to that. You want to build a square tile to the left and right of that raised triangle tile, and then upgrade one of those sides to stone. You can place your TC here on the left side facing the door. It's going to be important later to have that in the correct direction. For this part, I just like to fill it up with whatever items I use for the beginning of the wipe, such as furnaces and sleeping bags and boxes and stuff like that. Nothing too complicated, and this is all going to be removed later, so it doesn't need to be perfect. Next thing you want to do is upgrade that second square tile, and we're going to put some walls around that as well. Put some door frames on, and cover up the ceiling with stone as well. Next, you're going to put another door on the outside to add a temporary airlock style, and make a shelf here for our boxes. And this is going to be our secondary or main loot room, depending on how you want to see it. We're going to add another door frame right there and put some boxes in. This box placements can be sometimes a little tricky, but once you get it down, it shouldn't be too difficult. This box placement can sometimes be a little bit of trouble, so if you want to break that other box, place that box, and then place the second box down again, that might work better for you. Also add a campfire to just add that extra few slots of storage, that might help. This can be sometimes tricky to place, so I also like to place a floor triangle and break that door just to be able to place that box. This is also usually a good time to add sheet metal doors, or if you have a garage doors, you gotta break that furnace to place that door on TC room, but it's all temporary, so you're probably gonna have to remove it sometime as well. Next thing we're going to be building is the next little expansion on the base. We're going to be 2 more square tiles and 2 triangle foundations in between. Cover this all up with walls. And then right here we're going to have a door, but make sure only to upgrade that to wood. Cover up the ceiling now, but make sure do not cover up that last tile directly above the door. Cover that with twig. And then build a little jump up door for now. You can destroy this and put your door down. Add another sheet metal door, and that part is all good for now. Next, we can add some furnaces to this little hole in the ground here. That's what this is for. Now we're going to remove everything from inside the TC room, add a research table, and a large box underneath that. Next, we're going to place down a tier 1, and of course, if you need to place down your tier 1 before then, for now, you can place that in your TC room. Place down some extra small boxes for a little bit of added storage if you do need it. I'm going to be placing the garage doors now, but if you do not have it within your wipe, don't worry about it. Just add them as you go and as you get the gears and metal frags. Forgot to upgrade that to stone, left that on twig. You can also upgrade that tier 1 to a tier 2 at any time. Add the boxes back if you'd like. Next thing we're going to be doing is making the loot room for inside of the TC room. So you just want to do a twig foundation, half wall, and then triangle. And then you can place another triangle through the wall using that build-up we've made. Upgrade that to stone, and then build the loot room. It's sped up, but it's pretty simple to make. Just this placement at the top can sometimes be difficult. You might need to remove boxes. Just keep trying at it. It will work eventually. It's just a little tough. You can also add a vending machine behind the research table for a little bit of extra storage. Now you can break the wall with a machete and take out the door. Add a jump up, upgrade that to stone, and this is the second floor. So the first thing you want to do is when you get to your second floor is make your jump up to get up here from the ground. So what you want to do is jump down, place a wooden triangle floor. You want to place 2 square foundations to the left and right, and upgrade that to stone. You can now honeycomb that tile and jump back up using a half wall. Now you cover up the honeycomb, don't fall in. Next you want to add the roof tiles and make sure to upgrade them to wood so we can pick them out later. And you can also add these square foundations to make the jump up easier. Now we're going to make the jump up to the shooting floor. Put a ladder hatch right there. Add the sheet doors as an airlock. And you can do this at any time as well. If you have a third member, you're playing this as a trio, you can put their sleeping bag right there. And you might need to remove it to replace garage doors, but other than that, it's a pretty nice spot to have a sleeping bag. Now what we're going to do is cover up the ceiling and place door frames wherever there is a socket available for them. You can also put a locker inside of the electricity room as a place to gather loot once you respawn if you're getting raided or are in a fight. You need to quickly gear up. Now we're going to be adding garage doors. You can do this again whenever you have the materials to build the garage doors. This is how the base should be looking right now. Alright, now we're going to be working on the honeycomb, but before you start that, I would recommend upgrading everything you can inside of the core to sheet metal. So a lot of the time you won't be able to reach that, so you're going to have to remove the research bench. I found out that to replace the research bench, you do not need to delete everything in the room like I did. Just delete the sleeping bags. This is also where you place the tier 3 when you do acquire one, and then you can place the locker right next to that. You are able to replace this garage door as well in case it does get broken or you need to replace it. Replace your bags, and this room is good to go for now. Upgrade all of this to sheet metal, and you can upgrade this to high qual if you do have it. The TC room, you can upgrade that to high qual. Go outside of your base and upgrade this to sheet metal while you still can before we put honeycomb on. Upgrade all the ceilings to sheet metal. And you can upgrade this to high qual like I did, but this is fully optional. Sometimes placing this triangle can be a little weird, so maybe placing this and upgrading this to stone before you place down the roof triangle might help with this little bug here. You can also now add walls to the left and right of the roof ramps. Now you can upgrade all of this honeycomb to stone and upgrade all of that, add walls and honeycomb. Add a divider in between those two and add a sheet metal wall. Counter splash damage during rocket raids. Build that and make sure that wall is rotated so no one can soft set through there. Same thing goes for the other side. Just gonna finish up the honeycomb along the core. This base only has one layer of honeycomb. Second floor does not have any honeycomb on it. It's not necessary. Another sheet wall right there to protect against splash damage. Next we can add our repair bench and some small boxes underneath for extra little storage. You can also add some shotgun traps under here to protect against offlines. You can also add some mixing tables, which are great for smelting gunpowder and making explosives. Next we're going to be making the auto turret pods, which are not necessary for the base whatsoever, but are a nice little added defense mechanism for raids, door campers, and just people being around your base when you don't want them to be. Make sure you place these garage doors the way I placed them so that the just teeny tips of that will be pointing through the stone wall and you can open them from the inside of your base. Do the same thing on the other side. And the main two floors of your base are complete. What you want to do to build the shooting floor is copy down what I've built in Twig and rebuild that, upgrade it to stone, and then build your basic shooting floor. It's nothing too complicated and pretty self-explanatory to make. I'm going to be placing a row of door frames around the edge of the shooting floor. Adds stability to build the whole roof without it collapsing. Upgrade all this to stone. And then in the middle of the base, I'm going to be making a jump up to the roof and the helipad. Now finish off the roof. Fill in the gaps with triangles. And now your shooting floor is complete. Build the helipad, it's also very simple. It's just a couple of door frames. Add a little landing area. And add some lights if you have some. All you gotta do is put the roof on. And the base is complete. And optionally here, you can upgrade those square foundations to stone, stop people from griefing it.